new series, World of Tanks Reviews. I know, I've been posting World of Tanks while, my best replay, my first steel wall replay, blah, blah, blah. I really didn't give a compound at that one. I just quickly edited for more and posted it. I wasn't happy with both of them. One of them I didn't even edit, one of them I still don't have a thumbnail on. So, basically, we're going to be taking a look at my first tank review, and that is SPG. If you're a nub, you don't know what a self-propelled gun is, or an artillery, or commonly referred in the cat section, arty. What is an artillery piece? An artillery piece is a self-propelled gun that engages targets with a howitzer with a with the angled trajectory to engage from larger distances. Larger distances, how much is that? How about from your base to the enemy's base? Yeah, that's over 1,000 meters on most maps. So, the big maps. So, how does it work? It's basically like an instant one-shot for everything in its tier. Well, there's gotta be some downsides. I mean, yeah, there's the reload, but really, if you're getting an instant one-shot every shot and your reload is 30 seconds, does that really limit it? So I think World of Tanks probably did something quite fair, which was lower its penetration. Now, the penetration per 100 meter, per 200 meter, per 300 meter, like you see on most medium tanks, like I can pull up my SU, pull up its HE rounds, do the same thing. But as you can see you're gonna see the penetration decrease. See there, 100 meter, 200 meter, 250 meter, 500 meter. That's the penetration radius you're gonna get. With the artillery, they're almost always engaging. Sorry, with artillery, they're almost always engaging their targets farther away. So that simply just doesn't apply to them. So they just spread it out there. Penetration, and let's go. So, why do I like this tank so much? Well, it's tier 6, easy to grind. It's French, light, fast, and pretty good gun. Sadly not an autoloader, but hey, what can you ask for a tier 6 SPG? Well, let's see. We're gonna compare this to all the other tier 6 SPGs and see how it fares. So, already put this one in the new compare system with World of Tanks. I don't have to go into Tanks GG. That's one of the things I was waiting for. That's why I didn't start the series earlier. So we're gonna compete it with the American. Not this one. We skip this. The American M44 tier 6. Obviously, all these are gonna be tier 6s. To the Hummel, the German Hummel, the USSR Soviet Russian SU-8, the British Troll RT, the F3 304, and of course, that's it. And now you can go down to comparing. There's only 5, and we're gonna compare them. So we're gonna go stat by stat, really, very, very fast. So you're probably gonna be asking, okay, we're gonna go stat by stat. This is probably the most important stat. First, the firepower. Which tank has the best firepower? As you can see, the AMX 13F3 does with 270 firepower stat, and the I forgot. I need to upgrade these noobs' guns. So I need to put this on 100% crew. I need to put this on this howitzer. I need to put this on this howitzer. I need to put this on this howitzer. Gonna give all the SPGs their tier 6 variants, apart from the F304, which has a tier 5. So basically now everyone is on the same thing. Who runs away with it? Still the AMX. Why does it run away with this? Well, as you can see, it has the highest shell penetration and highest average shell, joint highest average shell damage with the Hummel, and that's exactly why it has, well, the most. I mean, do you need anything more than that? No. Well, let's see the rate of fire. Who fires the most rounds a minute? The answer to that question is the Troll already the F3 304, even with its upgraded gun, which isn't favored by much, but it's pretty good. So as you can see, the stats for the M44 and the SU 180. The SU, I almost said 180. I said the SU 8, and then the F3 304 with the lowest average shell damage and lowest average shell penetration. So, who has the highest reload time or the lowest reload time? artillery. The British artillery are probably most known for high accuracy, low alpha, low reload, and high accuracy. That's what they're known for. So that's the kind of tanks SPG you like. Go for it. If you're just there damaging the artillery, splash, getting that D-track, you go on ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Now the gun traverse per second. SPC runs away for it. But the reload time, the longest is the Hummel, and the shortest is the FP304. You can look at all the stats in the middle. Don't worry, we're gonna look at the DPM a little bit later. The gun elevation angles. This is actually a really weird fact. The AMX 13 F3's gun can't depress at all. That's probably because it's a little bit different than all the other ones. As you can see, the holes are a little bit set back. This one's going to right at the back of the hole. So the M304 is obviously going to have the best gun depression. The traverse limit's actually really weird. On the right side, it can traverse to 30 degrees, but on the left side, it can only traverse to 5 degrees, giving it a total of there's a fly in my room. Of what? I don't know math. This is hard. Math. 35, pretty sure. And then the M4 has 30 on each side, giving it a total of 60. This one has 15 plus 15, giving it a total of 30. This one has 12 and 5, giving it a total of 17. And this one has 17 and 14, giving it a total of 30 as well. So, no one's an autoloader, sadly. I wish there were, but you did too. Aiming time. Who has the highest aiming time? The joint highest is shared between the Hummel, the SU-8, and the AMX. That's because they have very high damage per shell if they had a 5-second aim time. It'd be a little bit devastating, don't you think? And then the FP304 runs away with it because it's a low alpha, high reload, high accuracy kind of tank destroyer. And you can see the Hummel is all about one-shotting them all day, every day. The AMX 13 F3 is kind of about the same thing, and the M6 is in the middle between sniping, and so is the SU-8. I guess you can call it. That's better actually than with fire stat. But anyway, we're gonna look at the survival. You're gonna look at the dispersion at 100 meter, who's the most accurate. FP304, low alpha, high reload, high accuracy. British mentality. Who has the highest DPM? That's going to go to the FP304. Who has the lowest DPM is going to be the Hummel because of its 30-second reload time. And you can only find out the maximum of 2 rounds a minute. HP. Who has the most HP? Hummel, for some reason. Who has the lowest HP is the joint between the SU-8 and the AMX. Best mobility. We're really gonna compare mobility. But something I also want to compare is the survivability. The front hull armor of the AMX is the highest of any tier 6 artillery. That's quite surprising. It's a French vehicle. It's supposed to have 1 millimeter of armor, not 40. Well, I guess rules don't apply to French artillery pieces. Or TDs. So, yeah. You have your 20 side millimeter on this, and then the rear. Who has the weakest armor? The M44. And artillery, you're not going to get shot up, and even if you're getting shot up, you're going to be shot with AT anyway. I have to get that over with quicker. Am I right? No, I'm not. Who has the best mobility? It's not a French tank. It's the British tank. Yep, it's a troll already. You always get up in your face and shoots you before you can even say, "Are you supposed to be an artillery?" The weight limit is not very important to you. You're not gonna have to upgrade the tracks on this to hold the guns. You're not gonna have to hold the tracks on any of these vehicles to hold the guns. I'm pretty sure the top speed, second highest, but as the joint top reverse speed with the M44 and the FP304. I'm talking about the AMX here. Come on, stay with me. This is the big part. Why do I like this tank so much? The concealment. It's virtually unspottable when bushes. It has the second. It has the first. It is not second to anything. The second to it is the FP304, which is a pretty small tank. It's pretty small, especially in the OI or the SU. So, who has the worst mobility? Who has worst concealment? The SU is 121 because it's huge. Then the Hummel comes. Then the M44 comes in. Then the Hummel. Then the FP304. But because this thing is so short and so small, and you're in bushes, you have the best concealment. With that, this stationary vehicle is this. Yeah. So let's get into the more interesting stats. Yeah. So that's one of the most interesting stats. Spawning isn't something you're really gonna fuss about in the SPG kind of thing. Yo, no. No. View range is pretty good. Signal range is pretty good with all these tanks, and that's it. The statistics. And you know, we say the statistics. You can probably already see I'm not a very numbers guy. you can. There's one thing that numbers can't match, and that's luck. So in the AMX 15 F3, it's actually weird. In a French tank, you don't have to rely on luck like other tanks, like the F3 304 is very clutch, for example. The M44 is very clutch. Especially, one thing they don't show you is the average splash damage, and that's one thing I really want to showcase with the MX13 F3. If you don't hit them, you're still doing like 400, 300, 200 at least splash damage if it lands close to them or pre-detonates on the armor and critical hits them. The F3 F4 you're probably gonna only do 70. This guy is probably gonna do close to that, and the Hummel, these guys are really the same thing. So the French and the German tanks are pretty alike, except when it comes to mobility, armor, and concealment. So without further ado, I'm moving a little quickly. Let's get into the game. Yes, I like to do live games because it's the average game. So hopefully we don't get some poop matchmaking. Oh, it's good matchmaking, and that's what I hate. I hate good matchmaking SPG because this tank has such a good damage rate. You pray for tier 7 and tier 8. Hate artillery. I mean, tanks in general. When you go up against these guys, you're just like, kind of wasting, right? So we come up against another AMX 13 F3. These things aren't very common on the battlefield, but you do see them quite a bit. So let's get into this game. Seem to have pretty good FPS. It's a desert map. And everyone's getting ready. And it'll Z. Yep, I have nationality cruise on as well. So as you can see, I'm pointing right down the ground. I can aim up and look. No gun discretion. None whatsoever. You don't need any discretion. You're goddamn right. So, 30-second reload time. You're gonna notice that automatically. But what can you do? I'm gonna get into an aggressive position. And I'm not a fan of high reload. That's why a lot of people go for the F3 304 or the British SPGs because they don't like high reloads and they're afraid of high reloads and stuff. So I'm using this bush to my advantage and staying unspotted. The M4 is still being a little bit difficult, but that's fine. I spotted the SD100, and yes, I'm using XP and Cookie Baby, his mod pack. I'm gonna go into Arty view. He's using the DS10. He is. Need him to stay still, cause you really don't want to make shots in this tank. Woo! Boy, as you can see, damage panels rolling up. That's exactly what you can do to this tank, and that's why you really feel like you're wasting your shells with these little guys, because you can do up to 1,000 damage in a single shell. Like when you see these little runners up here, you can probably kill them with the splash damage. So it's really fun when you get up to these matches. But I kind of wish I got into a tier 8 match just to show you the sheer beauty with this tank. Oh, he doesn't go. He kind of stops because he knew the artillery was gonna fire at him. Yeah, this small little trundler here. Our team's doing pretty well, so I don't think they're gonna need any of extra support over here. I'm gonna kind of rotate to face this SU-100. Why? He's backing up, and he does not look like he's very happy. I'm gonna make his day even worse. It's the one thing you love about being an artillery. You get to make people's day absolutely horrible. Taking a clutch. And of course doesn't go. Oh, why would I do that? But as you can see, this game is going down very quickly. And people want me to kill the Excel, sir. Oh, it's a heavy tank. What's going on? teaming up on this tank, but this guy's just spraying and praying. Oh, he's missed. He's missed. This guy's gonna round him and puts a shot into him, and he's good. Gonna look at this heavy tank now. Ooh, it's actually this section that's actually getting a little more attention. And this is actually where we've lost all of our tanks so far. Ooh, and it's this OI. It's this OI and this heavy tank fighting it out, but the OI's probably got it, so. I'm gonna find my cursor again. Where is it? Pick it up. And get into RD mode once again. Yep, 820 backing up. Like an absolute nub. I fire, and with some very French accuracy, I don't hit my designated target. I hit the one behind him. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that unspotted Rudy. Yeah, he receives the shell, and I don't think I penetrated. Probably like I did. Next to this, Rudy's guy has to back up. I'm actually teaming this. Once again. I did some damage. Heavy Tech finally dies, and there's only 2 more SPGs on the enemy team. Probably the F3 now shot. It's the AMX. And I'm gonna allow my allies to spot. Hopefully they get the job done. That's kind of weird relying on someone else if you're spotting, because I'm such like a light tank player in World of Tanks. So really weird. Really weird. Ooh. Quick shot. Stop moving. There we go. Critical hit. Dead. Just like that. Destroyed. So now we're just gonna wait till this enemy artillery, I think is right around here. He's gonna be spotted quite soon. Oh, he's dead. Wow. And then the AMX 13 AT7 destroyed. So now that you've seen approximately an average game with this tank, this is probably what you get. You get a bruiser medal. I got 4 critical damage. It's like ammo racking. As you can see, did 3 critical damage to that guy. Knocked out his track, his fuel tank, and it injured his gunner just with that one splash. Yeah, I did hit that Rudy. And I didn't. The HTMC, it got knocked out his track, knocked out his ammo rack, and his tracked, injured his loader. Wow. 4 criticals in one shot. Never seen that before. But hopefully you can make a decision whether you like this tank or not. I'm not going to show you how to take him on the battlefield. It's an SPG! Figure it out. So, hopefully you've enjoyed. Maybe you haven't. That's up to you. That's your opinion. And if you get around 5 likes on this in the next month, I'll do another one. So, hopefully you have enjoyed. I need to edit this and post this. So, hopefully you enjoyed. Stay on for the next one. And goodbye.